What's up everybody, welcome back to A Ball and a Goal. My name is Cornel and in this video I'm going to continue to preview the teams that will participate in the 2024-2025 UEFA Champions League group stage. But before I do that, I want to give a special thanks to Krampusk5699, the first person aside family and friends who left a comment on our channel. Thank you so much for your support and for your kind words. And I hope you will enjoy this video as much as you enjoyed the last one. Now for this video I'm gonna go in Germany and talk about the 5 teams that will represent Bundesliga in the Champions League group stage, and the last team is going to be one with an interesting tale, a team that hasn't won yet in their domestic league, yet they went away and got a big win in one of the most hostile environments in European football. Bayer Leverkusen finally got defeated. The unbeaten streak came to an end last weekend. Defeat 3-2 at home against RB Leipzig. They won the Super Cup 2-2 with Stuttgart, and then they won on penalties. They started with a win at Gladbach, which is a tough place to go, 3-2. And also they won in the Pokal 1-0 away at Karl Zeiss Jena. One thing I will mention about the teams from Germany is that because they play only 2 games so far this season, 3 if you want to include the game from Pokal, which was played against opponents from the 2nd or even 3rd tier of German football, it is pretty hard to make an assessment on their tactics, on their formations. I think even the coaches, they are still trying to figure out which is the best 11. The stats are there, you're gonna see them, but you cannot put too much emphasis on them. Like I said, some players didn't even play 2 games. So yeah, it's pretty hard to make an assessment on them. And unless, like I said, it's somebody who has a good record, like a Harry Kane, or a Florian Wirtz, I wouldn't go on anybody else, because I think the first 11 that was played at the beginning of the season will not resemble the one that will be like a month or 2 months from now. So let's look at Leverkusen first. They won the Super Cup on penalties after a 2-2 draw with Stuttgart. Big win in the first game week of the season away at Gladbach, a tough place to go and get 3 points, 3-2. They beat Karl Zeiss Jena in the Pokal 1-0 away, and then they lost at home with Leipzig 3-2, ending that unbeaten streak. In terms of the Champions League schedule, Feyenoord away, Milan at home, Brest and Liverpool away, Salzburg and Inter at home, Atletico Madrid away, and Sparta Prague at home. Look at their defense. Hradecki and Kovar both started 1 game so far. I think Hradecki will still be the first choice, even though Xabi Alonso tinkered a little bit with his goalkeepers even in the last season. The back 5 looks solid. Grimaldo on the left and Frimpong on the right, with Hincapi, Jonathan Tah and Tapsoba as centre backs. A goal for Grimaldo and a goal for Frimpong. I think these 2 are the best picks you're gonna get from their back line. It's a 50-50 call. I understand if you want to go for Grimaldo. For me personally, I like Frimpong. I like his energy, his exuberance, the way he celebrated his goal that he scored in the loss against Leipzig at home. So he will be my pick if I had to go for somebody from Leverkusen defense. One thing to mention, I don't think they're going to keep a lot of clean sheets. But going for Frimpong and Grimaldo, in my opinion, gives you somebody who you can play every single game week, because you never know when the attacking returns are going to come. And if they are coupled with a clean sheet, then you look at a big haul, probably 1 or 2 in the group stages. Grimaldo, Hincapi and Jonathan Tah started both games and completed both games so far this season. When it comes to recoveries, 8.00 per 90 for Jonathan Tah, and for the crosses, 9.00 per 90 for Grimaldo. Like I said, Grimaldo with a goal, 0.29 expected goals, and good numbers for the expected assists as well, 0.54. He is on the corners, obviously. And then Frimpong with a goal so far and 0.24 expected goals. Looking at their attacking options, Granit Xhaka is one to consider. He is definitely going to play. He is their main man in the midfield. Probably good for ball recoveries, and he can get you an odd goal from time to time. He definitely scored a screamer in the first week of the season in that away win at Gladbach, 3-2, shot from like 30 yards out, straight in the top corner. Florian Wirtz, I think he is the best option. He is on penalties, started both games, completed both of them, 3.00 shots on target per 90 so far, 8.00 penalty area touches per 90 so far. Like I said, 2 goals, 0.70 expected goals, and also 1 assist and 0.65 expected assists. Very good numbers for Wirtz. Other than that, couple of new names, the new signings: Alex Garcia from Girona, who has been on some corners, and Martin Terrier from Rennes. They both got a start, and I think Xabi Alonso is trying to ease in the new signings. There's a couple of players who had a big role to play last season. They didn't get a start yet. Patrick Schick, who can play as a striker, got 20 appearances last season, got only appearance from the bench this one. Tella, who can play on the right wing, 24 appearances last season, just 1 appearance from the bench this season. Adli, 23 appearances last season, just coming off the bench in both games. And Palacios didn't get a minute yet this season, even though he had 24 appearances last season. So a lot of options up top. I think Alonso will mix things up. He's a coach who will switch a lot, who will rotate a lot. This is a new territory for them. They played last season in the Europa League, but this is a different animal. So if I want a solid pick, I'll probably go for Florian Wirtz. Or even Granit Xhaka if you don't have the money or you want to spend the money somewhere else. But yeah, these two probably the best picks from Bayer Leverkusen. Up top, like I said, Boniface so far started both games. Good numbers when it comes to the penalty area touches at 8.82. But Patrick Schick can come in at any time. And like I said, Xabi Alonso is a coach that will rotate a lot, and probably he will have to, just to make sure they can compete in the Bundesliga as well. So Wirtz and Saka are definitely good picks from Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern München, 3 games, 3 wins so far, 4-0 away at Ulm in the Pokal, 3-2 away at Wolfsburg, and 2-0 at home with Freiburg. A game in which Harry Kane converted a penalty and opened his account in the Bundesliga. In terms of the Champions League schedule, Dinamo Zagreb at home in the first game week looks pretty good. A trip to Villa Park and Barcelona, then back-to-back home games against Benfica and Paris Saint-Germain, followed by 2 trips to Donetsk and Feyenoord Rotterdam, and then ending at home with Slovan Bratislava. Just like I said about Leverkusen, I think Bayern it's a team that still it's looking for its first 11, the best 11. I think Kompany is trying to figure things out. If you look at the defense, you can see that in the left back position, Alphonso Davies started 1 game, and then Guerrero started the second one. Also, he used Joshua Kimmich in the right back position in 1 game, and then Sasha Bowie in the second one. The center back position looks solid for now, Upamecano and Kim Min-jae. Definitely Kimmich, I think he is the best option. good for recoveries. He can get you an assist. The number for crosses look pretty good at 3.5 per 90. And I don't think that playing as a right back diminishes his appeal. He can still get ball recoveries from both positions. He'll still be on corners. If you want to go for a center back, I think they both look good. 4.50 recoveries per 90 for Upamecano and 4.21 recoveries per 90 for Kim Min-jae. Now, left back position, I think he's very appealing, but we don't know who's going to start over there. Whoever it is, I think has great potential for recoveries and assists as well. Either Davis or Guerrero, both of them, they are very attacking fullbacks. It's just a question of who is going to start in that position. And also Pavlovic, who will play in the middle of the park as a defensive midfielder alongside Kimmich, started both games so far in the league. Bowie with 1 assist so far, and good numbers actually, expected assist at 0.86. Other than that, very poor numbers, 4 goals or assists so far in the back line. Looking at the attacking options, definitely Harry Kane, I think the best one. Started both games, completed both of them, 1 goal, 1 assist so far, 5 touches in the penalty area, 0.50 shots per target per 90. He is on penalties. Gnabry looks like the one who is favored right now by Company. Started both games, completed both of them, 2.00 shots on target, 6.50 touches in the penalty area. That's more than Harry Kane. 1 goal, 1 assist, a very good start of the season for Gnabry. I'm just worried about a long term, but definitely he is a short term solution. Musiala started both games, Olise as well. One thing I will say, I think Coman at one point he'll definitely become a starter in this team, and I think Olise will be the one who will be dropped off, and I think Company will switch the formation a little bit up top. Thomas Müller, definitely not an option, but worth mentioning, came on as a substitute and celebrated his 500th appearance for the club with his 150th goal. So congratulations to him. So yeah, Kane definitely the best option, and probably Gnabry for a short-term punt, especially for the first game against Dinamo Zagreb at home. Borussia Dortmund, a team who played the final last season in May, had an amazing journey, reaching the final of the Champions League. But this Borussia Dortmund that will play this season, it's a totally different team. And I'll start by looking at the players that are gone. Füllkrug to West Ham United, Hummels to Rome, Marco Reus, he joined LA Galaxy, Madsen, who went to Aston Villa, Jadon Sancho to Chelsea, Sebastian Haller to Leganes, plus Nuri Sahin replacing Terzic as coach. So yeah, definitely a lot of changes. They started pretty good. The campaign 4-1 win at Lübeck in the Pokal, 2-0 at home with Eintracht Frankfurt, followed by a tie away at Werder Bremen 0-0. They haven't conceded yet in the league, which is a good thing if you want to go for the goalkeeper. When it comes to the Champions League fixtures, Club Brugge away, Celtic at home, Real Madrid away, Sturm Graz at home, and Dinamo Zagreb away, Barcelona at home, Bologna away, and Shakhtar Donetsk at home. I'd say the first 5 look pretty good. Bruges away, Celtic at home, Real Madrid away, Sturm Graz at home, and Dinamo Zagreb away. If you can hide your defender on your goalkeeper in match day 3 when they play Real Madrid away, I think they're a good pick. Let's take a look at their defense. Kobel definitely between the sticks, he will start. Schlotterbeck, who was very good for ball recoveries, can get you an assist from time to time. At the left back, Schule and Anton, center back pairing, and then Ryerson playing at the right back. All of them started both games so far this season. The best numbers for recoveries for Schlotterbeck at 5.56, and the best number for crosses for Ryerson at 4.00, which means basically he will have the best number for expected assists as well at 0.20. Schule has the best number for expected goals at 0.15. If I had to make a pick, it'll probably be Schlotterbeck. Very good, like I said, for ball recoveries, and I think he had a couple of assists or goals in the last season of the Champions League as well. Now, looking at their attacking options, Pascal Gross joined from Brighton. He'll definitely be on corners. A lot of assists for the English side, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a lot of assists here as well. Already got one in the league and 0.35 expected assists, the highest from this list. Emre Can, Sabitzer and Julian Brandt, all three of them started both games so far in the league. Shots on target, they don't look too good. When it comes to penalty area touches, Sabitzer has the best number at 3.68, and also the best number for expected goals at 0.36. I didn't put anybody in the striker position, and there's a reason for that. Guirassy, the guy they acquired from Stuttgart, he's currently injured, and I think as soon as he gets fit and ready to go, he will play in that number 9 role. They try Adeyemi, Gittens and Bayer. They all started one game so far. Gittens with 2 goals. But I think definitely Guirassy, the moment he'll be fit, which probably is going to be in September, he will play in the number 9 role. And also another option they have is Malen, who can play as a left wing. If I had to pick somebody, it probably be Sabitzer, but from Borussia Dortmund, most likely I will go for either the goalkeeper or defender, given the first 5 fixtures, which I think are pretty good, except for the one in the game week 3 at Real Madrid. RB Leipzig, a very good start of the campaign. 4-1 win at Weiss Essen in the Pokal. 1-0 at home with Bochum, which, by the way, I think they were pretty lucky to get the 3 points in that game. Bochum missed a big chance at the end. I think it was 1v1 against the goalkeeper. And then the big win at Leverkusen to end up that unbeaten streak of Xabi Alonso's men, 3-2. Champions League schedule: Atletico away, Juventus and Liverpool at home, Celtic and Inter away, Villa and Sporting at home, and then Sturm Graz away. Pretty tough, to be honest with you. Now, if you look at their team, close to a first 11, I'll say Gulakshi will definitely start between the sticks. Raum, I think he's a great option at left back position. Started both games so far, 5.50 recoveries per 90, 0.55 expected assists. Lukeba and Orban will be probably the center backs. Simakan, don't mind him, he's already gone. He left for Saudi Arabia, which means Heinrichs will play in that right back position. Schlager is the one who's injured in the middle of the park. He's probably going to play the defensive midfielder role along with Kamp, who already has a goal this season. And then Xavi Simons, Benjamin Sesko and Openda up front. All 3 of them started both games so far. Openda with 2 goals and Benjamin Sesko with 1 assist. Like I said, they have plenty of options up top. Simons and Raum, they'll be on corners. Openda or Simons on penalties. Klosterman is the one who can come in the center back. Nusa, the new signing, can play on the wing. Baumgartner, who probably you've seen in the Euros, can play in the center of the park. and they got Poulsen, the Danish guy, and Andre Silva, who can play as a striker. They are different profiles, Poulsen and Andre Silva, but they both can play at the striker position. So a lot of options up top. I think this is actually a strong team that Leipzig has. They manage to keep Siemens for another season. I think Sesko and Openda look good so far up top. They play this 4-4-2, both of them helping each other, looking like David and Goliath over there, a big guy and a short guy, an interesting combination. If I had to pick somebody, probably will be Raum, who offers good recovery numbers, and also he can get you an assist from time to time. If I had to go for somebody in the attack, I think at that prices you're probably gonna get better options. One thing to mention about RB Leipzig is that they lost Dani Olmo in the middle of the park. I think he's a big loss. He already scored 2 goals from Barcelona this season, along with, like I said, Simakan and Angelino as well. They got in Gertruda, I think, from Feyenoord, who can play in the right back position, giving some competition to Heinrichs, and Vermeeren from Atletico Madrid, who can play in the middle of the park. But like I said, the only option I'll go for is probably Raum at the left back, maybe the goalkeeper. Other than that, for the moment, I'll stay away from them. VfB Stuttgart, the second surprise package of the last season, finished second, 2-2. They lost the Super Cup against Leverkusen on penalties, lost with Freiburg away 3-1. They beat Münster in the Pokal 5-0, and they tied at home with Mainz 3-3. They already conceded 6 goals in the league, and the reason for that is that the center backs are pretty much injured, all of them. Zagadou, Al-Dahlil, Rouault, all of them injured, and also they lost their center back partnership from last season, Anton, who went to Borussia Dortmund, who got 32 starts, and Ito, who went to Bayern München, who got 25 starts last season. So there might be a reason why they are leaking goals all over the place. And also, maybe the most important thing, they lost their goal scorer Guirassy, 28 goals in 25 starts, amazing numbers, who went to Borussia Dortmund. So definitely, again, not a team that looked like the one that got the second place in Bundesliga last season. The Champions League schedule, it's pretty mixed, I'll say. Real Madrid away. Bear in mind, with their defense, they have Mbappe and Valverde look pretty good options in the first game week. The Sparta Prague at home, Juventus away, Atalanta at home, Restal Belgrade away, Young Boys Bern at home, Slovan away, and Paris Saint-Germain at home. Probably from game week 5 till 7, that 2 games away at Belgrade and Bratislava, and home game against Young Boys Bern look like a stretch of games in which you can get somebody. Up until that point, probably you'll have an idea about who is playing. Like I said, Guirassy, it's going to be a big miss. They're going to find it very hard to score goals. Looking at their team, Nubel definitely is going to start. Mittelstadt, the left back, I think he's a good option, good for ball recoveries, 4.29 so far. Chabot and Chassé, center backs, Stenzel on the right back, Karazor, the captain, who is on penalties, and Stiller, they will play in that defensive midfielder's position. Fruchich on the left wing, Milo, who's going to be on corners, playing as a number 10, Liuling on the right wing, and then Undav, they acquired from Brighton as a striker. They also got Demirovic, who can play as a striker, who already has a goal this season. Riedler can play as a striker and on the wing as well. The best numbers Probably shots on target, Undav 2.65, but I remember watching him playing for Brighton. He's not gonna get a lot of goals. Milo and Liuling with a couple of goals in the league so far. When it comes to assists, Nubel got one in that 3-3 draw against Mainz. I think he's the only goalkeeper in the game who got an assist this season so far. And then for the expected assists, the best numbers are Milo, like I said, playing in the number 10 position and being on corner, 0.35 expected assists per 90. And also good for recoveries, to mention 5.50 recoveries per 90 for Milo. And then the last team that I will talk about in this video, the team that I mentioned at the beginning, has an interesting tale, a team that hasn't won in their domestic league so far, yet they went away in one of the most hostile environments in European football, which is Istanbul. They got a big win over there with a counter-attack, 4 or 5 minutes left to play. It was a very, very interesting game to watch. At one point, Galatasaray had on the field Muslera in goal, Dreyer Mertens, Michy Batshuayi, I think Wilfred Zaha was on the bench, Mauro Icardi, Hakim Ziyech, big names. They invested a lot of money, but they just couldn't break this Swiss team down. And the goalkeeper, which I will talk about, had an amazing game, and he was the substitute goalkeeper who actually didn't play in the league up until that moment. So yeah, big change from the coach. Looked like a genius after the game with the goalkeeper changes. But their domestic league is very poor. 3 defeats, 2-1 at home against Sion, 3-1 at Servette Genève, and 4-0 at St. Gallen, and 3 draws, 2-2 against Zurich, 1-1 against Lausanne, both at home, and 2-2 away at Yverdon Sport. But like I said, got the win. Actually, they won both games against Galatasaray, 3-2 at home and 1-0 away. They start at home with against Aston Villa in the Champions League. They go to Barcelona after that. Then it's home against Inter. Then it's away against Shakhtar Donetsk. Again at home against Atalanta. Back-to-back away games at Stuttgart and Celtic Glasgow. And they end up at home against Red Star Belgrade. Looking at their team, like I said, Von Balmos, the goalkeeper, played most of the games in the league, but Keller came in for that big night in Istanbul, made some big saves, so he might get a nod between the sticks, who knows. Other than that, Cooley looks interesting in the middle of the park. 1.40 shots on target. He can play on the right and he can play on the left. Montero got 2 goals in the Champions League. In the first game they play at home against Galatasaray. The right midfielder. Ugrinic, he can play as a number 10, as a striker, and on the right wing, and he will be on penalties. Got 1 goal in the Champions League so far, and I think Gamvula, the striker, also with 3 goals in the league. I think those are the best option, but definitely will be a team that will probably cause an upset. But other than that, I think they will be the one to target in this group stage. Like I said, probably the keeper, if you wanna somebody that will make a lot of saves, but I don't think it's gonna keep a lot of clean sheets. And probably Ugrinic. I don't know exactly if it's a midfielder or a striker in the game, but he is going to be on penalties, and he can play in a different positions, number 10, number 9, and even on the right wing. That might be the best options that you're going to get from Young Boys Bern. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I wish everybody a wonderful day. Until next time, bye bye.